And I'm the only one in the world that guarantees they'll make 150K their first year in public speaking, or I
This
work with them
episode is sponsored by AI Your Superpower. If your business feels stuck or overwhelmed, the answer isn't working harder. It is working smarter with AI. Take our free personalized assessment, the AI Opportunity Finder, and discover exactly how AI can save you time, boost profits, and simplify your operations. Plus, get our exclusive AI toolkit to help you start fast. Visit start.aiyoursuperpower.com to find your best AI opportunities and book your free discovery call. Hello, and welcome back to AI Your Superpower. I am super excited to have a very special guest today. It's a powerhouse. Her name is Orly Amor. And Orly Amor, just by her name, you can feel the power of what she is. Welcome to the show, dear Orly.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm super excited. And we are recording this amazing episode from Orlando, Florida, where we are attending a very interesting speaker workshop. And Orly just gave a very interesting class about how to make $150,000 as a speaker. So that's definitely very interesting. Tell us a little bit more about that, about your signature talk, or about what your message is.
So one is that I am a business coach for public speakers and entrepreneurs, and I'm the only one in the world that guarantees they'll make 150K their first year in public speaking, or I work with them until they do. And the reason I do that is because I don't have anything else to sell. So there's no other upsell like other coaches do. You know, they always have something else. And I don't have anything else. Actually, the people who decide to work with me have me for life. And that's my condolences in advance.
That's wonderful. That would be a good problem to have you by our side for life. That's so powerful. So powerful. Let's talk a little bit deeper about your story. You have a really powerful and touching story. And that's your why, right? I would love for you to tell us a little bit more about that.
So my story is something I never wanted to share. It was really something that, I didn't want to be shamed or criticized or scrutinized for what I've been through. And a story is a story. We all have a story. But to tell you my story, I was a beaten up child. I was molested 4 times before the age of 14. I was raped 3 times before the age of 22, twice gang raped, 9 months apart, left for dead. And as a result of that, I gained a morbid amount of weight. I was 428 pounds at my heaviest, and I had 4 abortions. Now, I am not for abortions, but it's something that I didn't want to carry because of my perpetrators. I was also married to a very abusive husband, both mentally and physically. And unfortunately, these things are something you don't want to carry around. So my getting out of that story was just to forgive everybody. And I know God forgave me.
Wow, that is very touching. Like when I heard your story the first time, I was like, wow. And to see where you came from, you started there, and that was something that happened in your life. But what I love is what you did with that experience, because that was definitely a very traumatic experience. But you turned that into something really good, and you have impacted so many lives. So let's talk about that.
Right. So in 2010, I wanted to impact the lives of 200 million people by 2025.
Wow.
And I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I always remember Les Brown, who has a mantra that says the how is not your business. And that's how I built all my companies, as well as Sir Richard Branson, who we all know. He says, when an opportunity knocks, say yes, figure it out later. And I've been saying yes to many things. So I invite people to just say yes and figure it out later, because the more we say no because of our fears and our apprehensions of how things are going to come out or how we are going to perform, it's going to keep us stuck, right? Stuck in our past, stuck in our world. And instead of thinking about why sharing our story matters.
Absolutely. I love that. Very, very touching and very interesting. Really fascinating. This podcast is called AI Your Superpower. So let's talk a little bit about AI and how you utilize AI in your business.
AI has to be taught your personality. I taught my AI, my AI agent.
Have you named your AI?
No, you know what? I just
That's a
heard
good
that people
thing.
do that.
Oh,
I get it. I never thought about that.
Mine is Eileen Smart because Eileen AI kind of sounds like.
Very good. I think, mine, I would like to call it like the name of a butler.
Oh.
Like James, can you tell me what's for
Oh,
dinner?
that's
You know, like
awesome.
something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I would want to do that too, because I call my Siri in my car. I call him James. Where are we going? Do we have to turn left now, or do we have to turn right? And so you know what? AI has been a game changer for many people. What I love about it is the ideas that can come from it, right? And sometimes we have to be mindful that the ideas are already probably existing. So what I wanted to do is to give the ideas as if I had them. And what would that sound like? Because my personality is very different than yours. And we can have the same idea. We can have the idea of wearing a red dress, but at the same time, maybe my dress would be more blood red and yours will be more wine red. It's still a red dress. Right. So I like that about AI, and I use it for some ideas for my books and stuff, the thing that I want to do and workshop that I want to give. So it gives me a good through line of my thought process and especially what I do for a living. So it's awesome.
I love it. So, what would you say to the people who would be interested in becoming speakers? What advice would you give them to get started?
Well, to get started is to get out there and speak, because you got to be practicing to tell your story. It doesn't have to be a signature talk. That's old school mentality. Don't even think that way anymore. We don't say niche. We don't say signature talk anymore. We just don't say these things. But what we do is that we need to remember that telling our story is not about us. It's the people we are going to impact. It's the lives we're going to change. Just like I told the story about the shelter I spoke at. I mean, literally, that lady came up to me after I talked and said, "This is how I was going to kill myself this morning." And I didn't, I didn't even know how I got here. I don't remember my drive from my house to the shelter, but you see here, this is not where I was going. So I heard you speak and I want to live. I just need you to show me how. I mean, that completely did a 180 on my whole life. And I've been blessed to be doing this forever.
Oh my God, I just got goosebumps. Just think about the impact, the transformation you can create in other people's life. And that's where really becomes a very impactful speech. And that's where the authenticity also of your
Yes.
conversation, of your talk, it becomes so powerful. Really, really, thank you so much. I know you have impacted millions of lives by now, and you definitely impacted my daughter and myself now today in this workshop. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
How people can get in touch with you?
Meetorlyamor.com is MEETORLYORLYAMOR.
Yeah.
And that is .com.
Okay.
And I am on LinkedIn and on Instagram and on Facebook. I mean, if you can't find me on Google, it's a big problem.
We'll make sure also to include your website here on the show notes.
Thank you.
And just to wrap up, we talk about the meaning of your name. That was so powerful too, because your last name is really amor, which is love in
Right.
Spanish.
Orly is my Hebrew name, and so it is. I was born in Israel, so there you go. But Orly means you are my light in Hebrew. So or means light, ladus, and li means mine or for me. So in a sentence, is you are my light.
Wow.
And amor means love, so it's
Yeah.
love and light, and we're all
And you are the
together.
light, the love for many people. So thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for being in the show.
Thank you so
And
much.
we'll stay in touch. Thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.